All right. Hopefully everybody can hear me now. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Operator error tonight. Operator error. So we'll give it another minute, let everybody jump back on here again. If you can hear me, let me know. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. We were messing around over the weekend trying to experiment with a couple things, and I forgot to set my microphone back up. So anyway, that was definitely operator error in that regard. I do apologize. We got a few people on here. I'll give it about another 20-30 seconds and we'll jump into this thing. Hi, Amber, Tricia, Amy, Patricia, Cindy, everybody's on here tonight. So, and you guys didn't hear me before, but basically what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at our storm chances. We're also going to talk about, really for the first time this early season, about the heat, as we are going to have some heat indexes approaching 100 to 105 coming up over the weekend. So we do need to talk about that a little bit. Talking about the rainfall, we've got a lot of farmers out there that have hay on the ground or need to cut hay. So we're going to take a look at that and our rain chances here for tomorrow night as well. Take a look here. I'm just going to throw up a little post just to let everybody know that I'm back live again. I know we had a lot more than this in our group in the live stream before I had to shut it off and reboot it. So I'm just going to throw a note. There we go. We'll do that. Let everybody know we're live. All right, guys. So let's talk a little bit about the severe threat. So, as I mentioned earlier in the week, that and on our forecast, our weekly forecast, everything was pretty much pegged on Sunday that most of the severe weather was going to be up into the Iowa, into Minnesota, but we're going to have maybe a chance of a thunderstorm on Thursday. Well, it's dropped significantly to the south, the threat for severe weather. This is just a little impulse. This isn't, we talked a little bit about this here a week and a half ago. It's not a huge storm system. There is an attached cold front. We won't tell much difference with it. Pretty much a wind shift line, but that is going to be the focus of thunderstorms. We have more than enough instability and energy in West Central Missouri for very strong, quickly severe thunderstorms. However, we are going to be under a cap. And remember pretty much what a cap is. In order for a parcel of air to rise, it has to be warmer than the air around it. And of course, warm air has to rise in order to form a cloud. Cloud forms a thunderstorm, so on and so forth. Well, there's going to be a layer, a pretty thick layer of warmer air up above our heads, up a few thousand feet, that's going to keep thunderstorms from forming. But it very well could pop the cap to give us a few thunderstorms here in west central Missouri. Now, they're likely going to be scattered in nature. It's not like there's going to be a big solid line of storms that will come through here. What that means is we might get Harrisonville, get an inch of rain and 80-mile-an-hour winds, and Henry County doesn't get a drop. As a forecaster, as a weather guy, you hate those type of scenarios because everybody was asking me today, "Hey, Subby, it's going to rain. I got hay down," and you don't want to leave them hanging, but you pretty much have to, because these are the scenarios where we're at. We're going to be under a cap. It's going to be sunshine, and then it could be 30 miles away. They could be getting a severe thunderstorm. All modes of severe weather possible. So it's really going to be a toss-up on who gets what rain. What I can tell you is who has the best chance to get thunderstorms tomorrow night, and that is for sure going to be Cass, Johnson, and Pettis County on the Missouri side. Okay, they are all in that slight risk for severe thunderstorms. All modes of severe weather possible. The tornado risk is pretty small, but the wind and hail potential is very high for any storms that might fire up in that area. Now, what sometimes happens, we just seen this through our last bout of thunderstorms. We see a thunderstorm pop up, it creates an outflow, and it creates its own little cold front, and storms are able to fire along that little cold front, blow through the cap is gone, and we get a bunch of thunderstorms. So we definitely, all of us in west central Missouri, that's going to include all of us, need to be weather aware late tomorrow afternoon into the overnight hours till about 1-2 o'clock in the morning. We need to stay weather aware. Now, for those that have friends or traveling up to Kansas City Metro, Smithville, up in northwest Missouri, tomorrow afternoon, likely around 4 or 5 o'clock, you guys are in an enhanced risk of thunderstorms. Now, everything that I have looked at, from models to the SCUT models, it's prime up there in that area for thunderstorm initiation. The cap is a lot lower. The energy is through the roof. It takes about 800 to 1,000 joules of energy for big thunderstorms to happen. Up in northwest Missouri, they're going to have over 5,000 joules of energy up there to help drive these thunderstorms. So if you know anybody, or you're going to be anybody that lives up there in northwest Missouri, or if you're going to be commuting through that area, just be very, very weather aware tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. And then the rest of us here in west central Missouri, we're going to have to keep a close eye on radar. There is a chance, and I told these guys today, that we might go through tomorrow night without a drop of rain. But it is literally a coin flip on if we get any cells all the way down into St. Clair, Henry, Bates, Vernon counties, Benton counties. It's really kind of a coin flip right now. But any storm that should happen to produce has the potential to be severe tomorrow night. So we definitely want to keep an eye on. I'm going to be watching the late night update from the Storm Prediction Center I'm also going to be staying up and watching the midnight run of the models, just to see, make sure it don't slide south anymore. If that low pressure system decides to slide just a little bit further south, cold front extends a little further south, I will update first thing in the morning to let you guys know that we're at a little better risk for severe storms. But as it sits right now, we just need to remain weather aware tomorrow afternoon. If it starts clouding up, check radar. If there's any little cells start popping up around west central Missouri, those are the ones that we're going to have to watch very closely. And of course, I'll be staring at them all night long. So, and of course, if we get any severe weather here in west central Missouri, I will be going live, as well as if Kansas City Metro points to the northwest Missouri begin to get any severe storms, I will go live, as well as we have lots of family and friends up in that area. So let's jump, before we jump to the next thing, let's, I'm just going to go through here. No, Christina, no rain tonight in Benton County. You ought to be fine tonight. Hi, Misty. Daddy-O's on there. 6 o'clock. Right now, I don't think you'll have any problem getting the T-ball game in tomorrow night at 6. Especially for Henry County. If we get thunderstorms, it will likely be probably right around the 8-9 o'clock time frame, something like that, probably. So you should be able to get that taken care of. All right, so now this packet, actually the guys up at Pleasant Hill shot these down to us. Actually, I agree with really all of them. Now keep in mind, some of this information is pertaining to Kansas City Metro, but there's a lot of good information in this as well. So let's take a look at that here real quick. So the heat is something that we have not talked a whole lot about yet, that we definitely do. So we've got a dangerous combination of both heat and humidity that's going to start coming into west central Missouri tomorrow through the weekend. So we're talking heat index of 100 to 106. There is a heat advisory out for eastern Kansas into northwest Missouri. Actually, the only county in west central Missouri right now in that heat advisory is Cass County. And of course, severe storms possible in the afternoon and evening. So, and again, Cass County is the only county here in west central Missouri under that heat advisory. But here in west central Missouri, the rest of us, we're still going to be dealing with heat indexes of 100 plus. So definitely want to keep that in mind. Drink lots of fluids. Don't get overheated. Just drink water. If you're outside, take plenty of breaks. We'll start kind of getting in a little bit more heat related safety as we get a little closer to our actual summertime. But you guys got to keep in mind, I throw a lot of kids off in my seminars. What injured more people per year, and they get to win a sucker on this if they get it right. But I give them flooding, lightning, tornadoes, heat-related illness, and they all pick lightning, they all pick tornadoes. Actually, heat-related illness is the last one that they finally pick, and that's actually the right answer. So it is something we need to keep in the back of our minds and take seriously. Is going to be the heat. If you have elderly neighbors with no AC, make sure they have a fan. Those type of safety issues that we will go dive a little bit deeper into it as we get closer to summertime. So here's the outlook for severe weather for tomorrow afternoon. Now, they're saying scattered thunderstorms develop along cold front by early evening along Iowa-Missouri border, and then they are going to shift south. Now, that front will still continue to push through, but it's if we are able to break that strong cap in our neck of the woods. Okay, so that's the reason why they say overall coverage of storms remains uncertain. And that's because we don't know if these things are going to be strong enough to pop the cap. So, and of course, the greatest threat, as you see here, is going to be just south of I-70 and north. So, in our area, Cass, Johnson, Pettis, you guys are in that slight risk, and everybody else in West Central Missouri is in a marginal risk. But we all have a chance to see these thunderstorms tomorrow, late afternoon into the overnight. Now, as we go into June 20th through June 24th, this is from the Climate Prediction Center. Of course, excessive heat, 820 through 8, or from 620 through 624. That'll be coming up next week, so we can still expect this heat wave to continue through next week with high humidities and temperatures in the low to mid 90s. So, and again, something we definitely need to be weather aware of that's going to affect us. And of course, from the Climate Prediction Center, I typically take these with a grain of salt, because I'm more apt on the LRC Weather 2020 prediction. But from the Climate Prediction Center, the 8 to 14 day outlook through the 20th, well above average temperatures and near normal precipitation. So I am able to get these weather briefing packets through the National Weather Service to share to you guys, but there is a lot of good information there as far as the severe weather, and of course, definitely a key message with the high temperatures and heat indexes for this week. Yeah, Clinton proper is in the green. Now, you have to keep in mind on this too, MH, that this will shift somewhat as we go to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So they're going to do an update at 2, and then they'll at 2 a.m. and again at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then they'll update through the day. This will change. Now, before I went live, looking at the latest model data as well as weather balloon data, it seemed like it's moving a little bit further to the north. Okay, giving most of us a very slight chance of thunderstorms for tomorrow night. Now, come 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, that thing might show it's really sagging south. But the latest data, right before I went live, shows a northerly trend to this low pressure system and the attaching cold front, or pretty much a wind direction change front. So we'll have to wait as we get a little closer to tomorrow morning. We'll see what the Storm Prediction Center thinking is on that. But currently, right now, Clinton is in the marginal risk. Places such as Harrisonville, Warrensburg, Sedalia, they are in a slight risk. And North Kansas City, Smithville, St. Joe, Plattsburgh, Chillicothe, Trenton, Angie, you guys up there at Chula, Bethany, you guys are all in the enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms. And I do believe we will see many warnings transpire up here in northwest, north central, and northeast Missouri. From there's all of the ingredients they're topped off up there. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what that low pressure system does for tomorrow afternoon. Well, you could, sis. You got a chance for some big storms tomorrow afternoon into the late evening, midnight, 1 o'clock, somewhere in there. Big storms are likely going to happen up here. We're just not sure how far south that they are going to travel and able to break the cap for us here in west central Missouri. All right, so if there are any new people here, one thing to keep in mind is finding out how we go live, when we go live. We go live right here on our West Central Missouri Advisory page. Where, if you're watching this right now, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can go here to Subby's Advisory page. Make sure that you like the page. Make sure you follow the page. Then that way you get notified whenever I go live. You can also go to our website, subbysweathertalk.com, where you will be able to pick YouTube live feed or Subby's Facebook live feed up here. Okay, and then of course we have all the watches and warnings that comes across here, updated about every 10 seconds here. So make sure you guys are watching this, as well as radar, wind and temperatures, rainfall accumulations, and then of course I do a weather blog, just a little bit more in-depth talk about the current weather, a little bit more model data, a little bit more explanation than just a simple forecast. So and then of course always one of my favorite things to do, because I watch them before I post them, is going to be the video weather news. I really enjoy this. I try to keep these update with new, fresh videos. Some of them is ag related as well. Of course, this week we got the huge concern over the avian flu and livestock. Talk about how they officially have shifted Tornado Alley. The NOAA has officially shifted Tornado Alley. There's a cool little video about that. Of course, Nader Boys, one of their successful chases. The official trailer for Twisters. If you have not seen the official trailer, you can jump on here and see the official trailer for Twisters. And we talk a little bit about Thunderstorms 101, Tornadoes 101, severe weather safety, a cool little surviving the tornado video, the newest from Weather and Ag in Focus. Friends of ours up in North Dakota, they have a video podcast every single day. They're avid proponents of Weather 2020 and the LRC, and they have some great content as well. And then, of course, you can watch 24/7, 365 live Fox Weather. So definitely check those things out. They're there for you guys. All right, that's what this webpage is made for. It's made for you guys. There's tons of information, weather spotting class. You guys can jump on there, be a certified weather spotter. All kinds of cool stuff on the website. Make sure you guys check that out. Hey, Kayla. Camping at Tunis. Right down in Laclede County. Actually, this weekend is actually going to be looking just hot for you guys down there. Make sure if you're camping in a tent, make sure you take a portable AC unit. So I think Angie had mentioned she wanted to take a look. I don't know if she is in here, but she wants to take a look at Beaver Lake, Arkansas, with the LRC to see what kind of, see if there's going to be any problems from the 23rd through the 2nd of July. So in order to utilize that, we have access to the Weather 2020 dashboard, which is tons of information and graphs. We also have the global predictor, but it doesn't start till 2 weeks 14 days from that day, because it's looking out. It's a long range forecaster, 6 months. So if anybody needs anything for the next 6 months anywhere around the world, I can give you a forecast for that date. Now, if it's within those first 2 weeks, I have to use the dashboard, and that is what I've done for Angie. This is going to be for Carroll County in Arkansas. So from the 23rd through the 2nd. Now, it does look like the 23rd and the 24th are going to be, there is a system that is going to be just moving through down there that we've already been through up here in Missouri. So you can count on the possibility of severe storms on the 23rd in Beaver Lake, rain on the 24th, and then it will dry out for you guys. I think you'll have 3-4 days of beautiful weather, and then when you're thinking about returning home, right around the look like the that is the 30th and the 1st, there's going to be you're likely to get about a 1/4 inch of rainfall. Should not be severe, but you can expect a couple showers on the 30th and on the 1st. Temperature wise, it's going to be pretty nice. You're going to be up the near 90 on the 23rd, but then you drop off, and you're going to be in the mid to upper 80s the rest of the week. So temperatures look pretty decent for you in Beaver Lake, Arkansas. And here's the global predictor. You guys notice in June we don't start that till the 28th. So from the 28th all the way to December 14th, if anybody has and want to know what a forecast is anywhere around the world, we can zoom this out and we can go, we can go all the way over to Italy and see what the forecast is for July 9th in Italy. This thing is incredible. Really a cool concept. All utilizing the LRC model. They've been working on this global predictor for a couple of years to get it fine-tuned. So for us here in Missouri, here at least in Henry County, and for most of west central Missouri, still taking a look at this. We've looked at this now for about a month now, and it's remained very consistent. So a little shower maybe on the 30th, but we go into July, and we're going to be in the upper 80s, low 90s, and then outside of a shower on the 1st, the rest of the 4th of July week looks really, really good. So I think for the most part, we can all expect to have plenty of sunshine and heat for all of the 4th of July festivities for that week. So that's good news. The hurricane predictions. So it's kind of funny you say that, because of course, with being an avid LRC Weather 2020, he did actually come out with a forecast. Let me bring this over here real quick, and let me see if I'll find that here real quick for you guys. There's a lot of groups out there that are talking about maybe historic hurricane season this year. But now I think it's going to be active, but I do not think that it's going to be as high as what some of these other predictions are showing. I'm going to see if I can find that report that he done. It's funny you say that, because I just read that a couple days ago. Let's see if I can find it. If I can't, we'll go back. I will get that answered for you. Now, according to Gary, he's pretty much saying that it's going to be average to slightly above average hurricane season. So yeah, that's I will definitely bring that back up, because that's actually a good question, because he kind of went a little bit in detail on that. Let's see if I can find that sucker and check. He might have sent that to my email. Check email here real quick. Lakeview Heights people follow hurricanes. Man, you never know when a tropical depression slides up Brush Street. Let's see. There it is. So I'm going to bring this over here real quick. I knew I found it somewhere. So, take a look at this. So, this is what Weather 2020 is showing. Now, see if I can... That's as most as I can go. So this here is going to be named storms as of June 11, 2024. This is for the forecast for 2024. And if you take a look here, these here along the bottom are all of the big forecasters. Okay, so you have AccuWeather is showing 24, 25 named storms. WeatherWorks 25 storms. The European model is showing 28. NOAA is predicting 16 to 24. You've got this is Penn State showing almost 40 named storms. Wow. And then here is Weather 2020. They're showing 13 to 19 named storms is their prediction. And actually, they are the lowest predictions out of everybody else out there. So, this little dashed line right down here, that's average. So, it's going to be slightly above average. But I think Florida, he said, was the number one target for hurricanes this year. Not so much Texas, but up near Tallahassee, the Panhandle of Florida, down to Miami, and then over to Louisiana. That's going to be kind of the hot spot for thunderstorm activity. Therefore, kind of watching that low pressure system, see if it develops into a tropical storm and leading into a hurricane. So that was and I'll post some of this. This is actually kind of some cool information. I'll post some of this on our website in a blog if anybody is interested in hurricanes. We can take a look at that for sure. So let's take a look real quick here at the ARRR. This is a short-term model, shows where thunderstorms. Now, granted, this is going to be, let's see, where are we? Yeah, 18Z. So this is about 5 hours old. Okay, so, but what I want to show you guys is kind of what the model trends are showing. I'm going to put this in perspective. Right up here is your time frame. So that's tonight at 8 o'clock. Up here at the very top. 8 o'clock, and then we go through tomorrow. There's 5 a.m. There's 2 p.m. And then take a look at this cold front. They're starting to fire up thunderstorms up here in Iowa and Illinois at 5 o'clock. And they begin to sink south. There's 7, 8, 10. And then we start to see, like around midnight, a few over here near Wyandotte County. Very scattered in nature. Now, this is not going to tell you exactly where these storms are going to form, but they give you a trend of a general location. Now, with the data that I seen right before we went live, it showed it being a little bit more clustered up near St. Joe, between North Kansas City and St. Joe, right around 8 p.m. tomorrow night. But it goes as far south of I-70, and then it shuts down. It can't bust the cap. The cap is too strong south of I-70. And we'll wait till tomorrow morning to see if that holds true, or if we have a better chance to see some thunderstorms tomorrow night here in West Central Missouri. Hi, Catherine. Now, they do have so another thing Gary Lezak brought up was I'm going to throw this over here, show you guys real quick. So, Gary he got met with quite a bit of criticism when he posted this tweet right here where it says, Weather 2020 predicted the June 5th, 15th time frame for the first period to watch for Northeast Gulf of Mexico 3 months ago. The latest GFS model shows this system that fits the LRC. Okay, so this is what he put. He tweeted this on June 4th. He made this prediction 3 months ago, and he received a lot of criticism for it. Okay, saying, nah, there's no way, there's no way. Well, over here on your left side right here, National Hurricane Center, first 20% risk of the season, June 11th, and actually it come right across Florida today and produced several tornadoes, a lot of rainfall, flooding concerns in Florida with this associated low pressure system. So spot on. 3 months ago, he picked June 5th through the 15th time frame will be the first period to watch for any systems that could be tropical in nature. So, and again, he was spot on. So, pretty neat. That's pretty cool. One of the many reasons why I enjoy following the LRC. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so let's recap, and then we'll get out of here for the night. Let's go back over here. So again, Storm Prediction Center, they do have parts of west central Missouri and a slight risk. The rest of us are in a marginal risk for severe storms. And again, all modes are possible, meaning large hail, damaging winds, a possible tornado. The tornado risk is very low for tomorrow night, and we can take a look at that here real quick. That would be day 2. So it's very low, 2% area. It's going to remain mainly over north of I-70. But when we take a look at the wind potential, we've got a significant black hatched area for strong winds right through here, as well as the hail threat also is relatively high up here in northwest Missouri, north central Missouri. Now we are going to continue to wait to see if this is going to shift a little further south, or if it's going to remain up north of us up in northwest Missouri. So again, watch out for the heat. We are going to be talking heat indexes of 100 to 110 throughout west central Missouri. So make sure if you're working outside, drink plenty of fluid, check on your neighbors, all of those great safety tips that we go through every summer. As heat exhaustion, heat-related illness is the number one cause of injury of weather-related threats. So make sure to take care of one another and get word out that we are going to be our first potential to see heat indexes over 100 degrees here in the second week of June. It is, Catherine. It's gosh, yeah. Don't get me started. Heck, I'll be live streaming for the next 3 hours talking about it. I cannot wait till I have a platform that I can really kind of get into that weather 2020 LRC with people. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. When you can take a 500 millibar chart, 18,000 feet above our heads, and take it for today, and then 45 days later, that's our current cycle this year, put the same 500 millibar chart on top of it, and they are nearly identical. All the storm systems, same place. The kinks in the jet stream, same place. I mean, it's remarkable. It's remarkable. No, Brandon, this is gonna be starting. This is starting tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. No, tonight we're going to be dry tonight. No, don't have to worry about that tonight. It's going to start tomorrow night. Tomorrow night into, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Yeah, we're going to get Gary. We're going to get Gary back down here. That's my plan for the last quarter of this year into the first quarter of 2025 is to get Gary Lezak down to give a presentation of the LRC. So he told us he'd definitely do it, but of course he moved to Colorado, so we have to pick and choose when he's coming closer on the Kansas City area to get him down here. But that's definitely something that's in the works right now. All right, guys. That's all that I really had to go over tonight. And remember, please utilize the website. Utilize all of our social media platforms. And again, I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. The only reason why I'm on TikTok is trying to reach out to the younger generation. I'm not doing any rapping or nothing like that on TikTok, but they always got that phone up to their eyes and scrolling through TikTok every day, hours. And if they happen to be scrolling through there and see Subby's Weather Talk, telling them to be heads up, we could get some severe weather tonight. If we can get through to the younger generation that's on there, that's just another avenue that we can get out some early warning. So and utilize the website subbysweathertalk.com. Tons of information on there. All right, guys. I'll keep updating on our social media platforms. I'll keep updating. And again, if anything changes, if it becomes more of a threat for us here in West Central Missouri, I will be updating first thing in the morning on our Facebook page. So make sure maybe before you head out the door in the morning, you check and see if there's any updates for the severe weather threat for tomorrow night. So, all right, guys, stay weather aware through tomorrow, and we'll be talking to you soon. Take care.